Uh, 48-39, they cut it to 9. Then you guys had a 15-0 lead. The guy said that was really important because it's shown that they're able to kind of put foot on throat and extend a lead and sort of put a team away midway through the second half. What did you see during that run, and how important was it, based on the other night when you said something about you don't want to have those close games anymore, you want to put teams away when you can, that they did put them away?
Well, I thought the key in the second half, in particular, was Seth, Jay Witt, Jay Wash, and Ben. I just felt Seth was off the chart. His energy, effort, attention to detail, he was all over the place. He was getting rebounds, deflections, steals, running in transition, scoring at the basket, passing. Just his overall activity on both ends of the floor just made winning plays everywhere, and those other three that I mentioned, and I just felt like that was the huge key for us to be able to extend the lead in the second half was just their energy and their effort, and I was really proud of them. I told the team that was the key in the second half.
And the importance of them doing that, which they talked about, because Elliott said that you guys watched film at the end of the SMU game where they weren't able to fully put them away, put foot on throat, but they were able to do that tonight. So how big is it they were able to apply what they learned from that film and use it tonight?
I thought it was great. You know, I don't know, this is the first time in a long time where we played defense the entire game. Usually in the second half, I think the last 5 games, teams were shooting 51% average in the second half against us. And so, you know, when at halftime, we said, you know, are we going to be able to put 2 halves together, or, you know, what kind of team are we going to be in the second half? And so to be able to put 2 halves together defensively, rebounding the basketball, we out-rebounded them by 12. Cal is one of the best rebounding teams in our conference, and particularly from, you know, getting second chance opportunities. I thought we did a much better job of that in the second half, and probably the only box that we didn't check was, you know, we had more turnovers than assists, but we only had 10 turnovers. And I just thought our job defensively, being able to defend and not put them on the free throw line, that's been a problem for us. It was a problem for us against Notre Dame, against Louisville. I mean, this team leads, I think, the ACC in terms of free throws made or free throw attempted. They only went to the free throw line 5 times. That's absolutely huge.
Hubert Stojakovic came into this game. He hadn't scored less than 10 points in any game this season, and he had scored 30, 24, and 23 in the previous 3 games. You guys hold him to 6. What was the key in that defensive matchup?
Just trying to win our individual one-on-one matchups. He's one of the best players in the country. He's gifted. He can score, 3-level scorer. Does a great job of getting fouled, getting to the free throw line. He has really good size for a wing player and athletic. I thought we did a good job when he was trying to post us up. We doubled, got the ball out of his hands. We didn't give him any open looks really from 3, and we defended him without fouling. And then on the offensive end, we, you know, with our movement and, you know, in our plays, you know, we went at him as well. And I thought everyone as a team did a really good job against one of the better players in the country.
Hubert, along those lines, on Stojakovic in terms of the individual matchups, when you can go Drake Powell with the length and everything that he has, and then bring Seth Trimble off the bench.
That's huge.
I was going to say, in terms of a 1-2 punch for you guys, that's about as good as it gets. I would say. Right?
That's as good as you can get. You know, those are, you know, Drake and Seth. Both of those guys, you know, they're just gifted athletically, especially on the defensive end. And so, you know, to have those 2 guys on them, and then put a third one with Jay Witt, who has length and athleticism. Now you have something. And so that's also something that we have talked about is, you know, leading scorers coming in. You know, we want to do a good job on them defensively. You know, in the past, you know, teams leading scorers, they lead the team in scoring. And so that's a step forward for us tonight, and that's something to be encouraged and something to build confidence moving forward.
You talked about the back and forth with you and Ian on the text threads. How have those conversations evolved throughout the season?
It's just, I mean, the communication between me and Ian is, you can't get any higher than that. I mean, we just, and the reason being is he's willing to be coached, you know, and just the conversations that we have, I think he trusts me that everything that I say and I'm trying to do is in the best interest of him being the best that he can be. And, you know, when you have a player that wants to be coached and you combine that with just the giftedness that he naturally has, is something special. And again, he scored 20 points again. I would have never thought. I mean, but he also had 7 rebounds too. He always talks about he wants to be a two-way player and just get better every day defensively. He moves his feet extremely well, and I think he can be an elite defender also.
Hubert, when it comes to Seth, you were talking about his activity.
He
He
was
had
great,
3 steals.
yes.
He was active on the boards. I guess how much did he look, I guess, closer to pre-injury Seth, so to speak? I know he's been getting his rhythm back. Just how much more comfortable did he look out there?
I felt like this was the most comfortable since he's come back. Seth can do a number of things out there on the floor, and as I mentioned before, I felt like he had his fingerprints on a number of different plays, whether it was offensively and defensively, and so I felt like his energy was there, his attention to detail. I mean, it was just it looked more like Seth tonight, and he had a good practice. The 2 practices leading up to California, so it doesn't surprise me that he played at a high level today.
Couple more.
Coach, with Seth coming back and with Elliott scoring the ball like he did tonight, how do you find the proper balance to get all 4 of those guards, just kind of the proper shot diet to be best for the team?
This is a team that instinctively shares the basketball. I mean, I don't think about a shot diet. I don't think our team thinks about that. We always talk about get the best shot every possession and a shot that the whole team wants. And so when you have talented guards like this, tonight it was Elliott and Seth. The next night it could be RJ and Ian. I mean, it's just the versatility and what each one of them brings together. It complements each other. It works together out there on the floor, and that's why they're on the floor a lot at the same time.
You have your kind of tenets for winning, the things that you talk about, rebounding, and defense, and energy. At the beginning of the year, it felt like you were having to emphasize those a lot, but now are you seeing it kind of soak in where the players are kind of doing it on their own?
I say it every day. And actually before the game, I said I'm not wavering, I'm not moving. My message is consistent with them. I desperately, and this is the exact words that I said to them, I desperately want them to see and experience what this team would look like if we fully commit to becoming the best defensive team, rebounding team, and taking care of the basketball. And I've said that since the team has gotten together, and I will say that for the remainder of the year, even at practice tomorrow.
Are they there yet? Are they close?
No, they're not there yet, but we're getting there, and I think they're getting better every day, and you're never there. The only time you can say that you're there is when you're 54 like me and it's over. You're never there. You always can get better. You can always improve. You can always strive to get better.
And one of the other things, you talk about all the time is just the discipline. Have you seen the players get better in terms of just holding each other accountable to the little things, just that leadership within the group?
That's gotten better, and that there's room to grow for that. I've been a part of so many teams as a player, as a coach. The good teams hold each other accountable, and the reason why they hold each other accountable is because you care about each other. One of the things I always tell them, I said, you should be worried as a player if a coach never says anything to you. If a coach is saying something to you, whether it's in practice in a game, you should hold both of your hands up in the air and go, thank you. Because the reason why we're taking time to congratulate you, to encourage you, or to correct you is because we care about you and we love you and we want the best of you. And so it's the same way as a player. Holding each other accountable shows how much you care about each other. And there's room to grow, but I feel like it's gotten better and better throughout the season.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.